told that in order to advance in our careers, we must get a mentor. If we want to build a successful business, we must focus on scale. But these are just a few of the business myths that Erica Dhawan is going to break down for us today. Erica is the founder and CEO of Cotential and the author of Get Big Things Done. And she always tells it like it is.
Tell me your thoughts on mentorship that are maybe perhaps a little counterintuitive to a lot of the other things I've been hearing.
In my view, mentors are great, but you have to remember that mentors give you advice based on their worldview.
Okay.
When I was shifting from being an investment banker to a leadership consultant, speaker, and author, my mentors couldn't help. They saw me in an old worldview. They saw me as the ex-employee of Lehman Brothers. They saw me as someone with a business and policy degree. I should go work at McKinsey or the World Bank. They couldn't see me and who I was becoming. So in my view, I kind of believe that we should screw mentorship. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is listen to yourself. Think about who are you becoming and how do you surround yourself on a regular basis, but with people that you want to be like and who you want to become.
So do you think that the desire, the intense desire, every young person I meet talks about, I need a mentor, I need a mentor, I need a mentor. Do you think that that comes from lack of confidence? Is that what you're saying? Like a lack of trust in yourself?
I think it comes from a lack of work on yourself to figure out what you want. We have to start by asking ourselves, who do we want to be? What are our values? What do we care about? How do we want to be of service?
So stop obsessing about mentors.
Yes.
And stop obsessing about scale.
Yes.
All right, talk to me about this.
I believe in the power of unscaling your business. So I started my business 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a leadership training company. We help corporations, nonprofit organizations improve and build strong leaders. And we do it through a set of programs. But what I realized very quickly is that as I doubled revenue year over year as I grew the business, a lot of people, quote unquote, people who saw themselves as mentors kept pushing me to scale. How do you scale yourself?
Yep.
And it got me lost in this frenzy of how do I scale as a key question instead of how do I serve? I was miserable. I hated my business after loving my business for about 4 years. And it was because I had really shifted from what I loved to do, which was really the content, the leadership, the speaking, the writing books, to managing a team, dealing with operations
and tech,
all of it, and things that I didn't even like. So instead of asking yourself, how do I scale my business? Ask yourself, how do I serve my business and my highest potential? I make more money unscaling my business than scaling my business. And it's simply because my margins are higher. My ability to be lean is much easier. And we forget about those things.
Yep.
And we think we have to follow the herd when really we just have to listen to ourselves.
We are not worrying about scale unless it's something that we really want to do.
Yes.
And we're also not worrying about the things that give us anxiety or insecurity about that make us different.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
I would go into these meetings with corporate execs, selling them leadership training that was really on the leading edge for how their organization was evolving. And I would sometimes get the sentiment of feeling like the kid in the room, looking like their daughters. There was a time when I started to see my youth or my difference as a young woman, as a young Indian woman, not something that they were used to. That was a disadvantage. But really what I realized is I flipped that to see my differences as my greatest asset.
Amazing.
I was able to very quickly realize that what my clients need is they need someone different, right? To speak about these issues, to tell them the real deal, to give them that really different perspective. And when I flipped my mindset around it, amazing things happened. I'll give you an example. I went to a meeting of top thought leaders at a big accounting firm, Deloitte, a couple years ago. They brought a bunch of thought leaders in, and I didn't know it at that time, but they were looking to bring someone onto their inclusion advisory board. I went in really with that flipped mindset of, I'm just going to be myself. I'm not here to impress anyone. There were people a lot older than me that looked sort of the very traditional old white guy way, and I said, I'm just going to be myself. And I was willing to raise my hand, say provocative things, tell them when I disagreed. I was willing to, in the evening, someone, one of the leaders in the room was talking about Bollywood dance, and I happen to do I teach Bollywood dance for fun. It's one of my passions. So I taught her some moves, and she was shocked by just how authentic and real I was. It was fun. It was different. 1 week later, I get invited to serve on this corporate board.
Fabulous.
And it was simply because I was willing to say what I really thought, to use my differences as my advantage, and to be authentic.
Okay, so we're not going to worry about mentors.
Screw mentors, listen to yourself.
Love it. We are going to not worry about scale.
Unscale your business.
We are going to unscale our business. We're going to worry on
customers.
serving.
Don't scale.
I love it. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to be authentically, unabashedly ourselves.
Be as different as possible.
Yep. Use it as an advantage. The things that make you insecure are the things that really you should use for your advantage.
It is your greatest asset. And watch it make you millions of dollars simply because you were yourself.
Work it, girl.
Work it, girl.